If you are struggling with a compulsive and addictive behavior with pornography and masturbation, your goal is not and should not be quitting porn. And this is the case for many reasons. But the first reason why your goal should not be quitting porn is because porn is not your problem. Porn has become the solution to the everyday problems within your life. I'm sure each and every one of you listening and watching right now can tell me that the times that you're looking at pornography, you are running from, you are escaping, you are avoiding doing certain things. Whatever's happening in your life prior to you feeling the urge, feeling the drive, those are the problems that we're dealing with. Those are the problems that we are unequipped to handle. And for many of us, porn has become the only outlet, the only way that we know to alleviate our stress, to control, to regulate our nervous system. So if we know that quitting porn isn't the goal, what should the goal be? And how can we leverage and use these meaningful and purposeful goals to quit porn, reboot, rewire our brain, and ultimately become the man they were put on this earth to be? And that's what I'm going to share with you here today, guys, in episode 75 of The Rebuilt Man. Now, if you're new to the podcast, make sure to hit that subscribe button. And if you're listening on the audio side, whether it's Apple, Spotify, make sure to rate, review, share the show with as many people as possible so we can continue to spread this message and fight this pornography addiction for men all across the globe. You know, I was having a call recently with one of our coaching students, and truthfully, this gentleman has been struggling for a handful of months. He's lacked commitment. He's lacked execution. He continues to face the same struggles and challenges week in and week out. And I asked him on the call, I said, what goals are you working towards right now? And your answer can't be quitting porn. And he started to ramble off a few different ideas about things that he wanted to accomplish, physical endeavors, races, games, challenges. He wanted to grow in his career and in his leadership, but he was giving me non-specific goals. He was grateful that he was brought into more meaningful conversations, but he was lacking strategic steps. He talked about the want and desire to maybe embark upon and maybe one day accomplish running a marathon, but he hadn't set a date. He hadn't set a goal. See, here's what we must understand about goals. The importance of goals is that is the only way that we know that we're moving towards a clear vision. Dopamine is a chemical that is hijacked through pornography. All of us can probably recite this off. We know that our dopamine gets hijacked when we consume porn. But dopamine is also released when we take meaningful steps in the direction towards goals that we've set for ourselves. So lacking goals in life, you can't create positive emotion. If you're not working towards a more desirable future, then you're living in the status quo, and you will never feel good about the things that you're doing. This is where activity does not always equate to productivity. Saying that I'm trying to be busy, or I am constantly busy, but the busyness isn't moving us closer towards a desirable future, that's not going to release any element of dopamine or any feel-good emotions. So the importance of having clear and tangible goals is it's actually going to be the process of rebooting and rewiring our reward system. So in the example that I shared, if you want to grow in your career, what leadership books are you reading? If you want to run a race, what is the date of the race? Pick it, put it on the calendar, because now every week, every month, you have to have meaningful training sessions that are moving closer towards that goal. And here's what happens when we take small steps towards the direction of the outcome that we're working towards. We get a hit of dopamine. We get a sense of accomplishment for moving us closer towards the man that we're trying to become. Now, what that man's not going to need is he's not going to need pornography to make himself feel better at the end of the day. Do you find yourself needing porn at the end of a day where you haven't accomplished anything? Well, that's why we need to inject into our life daily goals. Do you find yourself needing and wanting porn when you're avoiding the difficult things? Well, if you don't know how those difficult things move you closer towards the man that you're trying to become, that's why you're avoiding them. So we need goals in our life. We need goals in our recovery outside of quitting porn. Because Jordan Peterson said it best when asked, how does someone quit porn? First, ask a better question. And it's not about quitting porn. It's about creating a more meaningful and purpose-driven life. Now, I know many successful men, multi-millionaires, successful business owners, public figures, athletes, entrepreneurs that still struggle with porn. And it's not because they don't accomplish successful things. It's because the things that they have accomplished aren't tied to a bigger meaning in their life. They don't see how making millions of dollars brings them closer to their relationship with God. They don't see how building a business actually serves other people because it employs, it empowers, it gives other people opportunities to fulfill their dreams. When our life is always living for ourselves, not living for others, we feel empty inside. So we need these goals, we need these dreams, we need these things that we're working towards every single day to catapult us out of this addictive behavior and move us into the life that we are designed to live. Now, I know you may be asking yourself right now, Frank, I get it, but how do I create a vision? How do I create goals for my life? Well, I have the answer to that. We've actually put together a free training on how to create a vision for your life without pornography. If you go to rebuiltrecovery.com/vision, this is a 5-step training that I put together for free that'll walk you through our framework and blueprint on how to identify the life that you can live without pornography, how to then take that life and break it down into meaningful and purposeful tasks and goals that you can accomplish every single day. And then when you wake up and take steps towards becoming that man, you get small bouts of dopamine released every single day for doing things that are moving you closer towards the man that you're trying to become. Rebuiltrecovery.com/vision, guys. Get the free training, begin to execute, take action on it. But without goals, your recovery will always fail. Without moving towards a bigger vision and a clear aim on your life, you will always struggle in the current life that you're living right now. Quitting porn is not about quitting porn. Quitting porn is about creating the life where porn no longer is needed and necessary. We hope you guys got value. If you did, rate, review, share with as many people as possible. Coach Frank, the Rebuilt Man, we love you. We'll see you in the next one.